So I'm sitting in my car right now because I was at home right now and I was getting so much anxiety that I felt like I was gonna just start, just have like an anxiety attack. Um, I mean, you can even see my chin here. Like I'm picking at it along with my nails. You can see here some of my nails because my anxiety's just been so bad lately. Um, so my husband and I and our daughter, we live in my husband's parents' house right now. Um, so it's us three, our two cats, his parents, his older brother, or his brother who's our age. We all live in this house together, and his parents are great. You know, they're really welcoming, but we were only supposed to be there for a couple of months, and we've been there since the end of December. And with the way that things are, just with interest rates and housing prices and apartments prices, it's just like my husband makes good money too, and we can't afford our own place right now, and we don't want to have to put our daughter in daycare, um, so that I can go back to working, which, most of my income will just go to daycare. So it's like, what's the point, So we agreed to stay there, and he's working really hard to figure out how we can get into our own place again, because I had a house that I sold in December, because we couldn't afford it by ourselves anymore with our daughter coming, and we both had a lot of debt. And my mom and little brother were living with us, but they slowly started moving out once me and Jonathan got together, and we got pregnant and we got married, and so they both moved out, so that it was just me and Jonathan. And on his income alone, we could have afforded it if his job hadn't taken away overtime, which they did. And then we weren't sure when it was going to come back. So we were just like, we're going to be drowning. Even if I went back to work between paying for daycare, we wouldn't have been able to afford it. So I made the decision to sell my house and use the profit to pay all of our debt, which I did. And I don't regret it, but sorry. It's so hard. I've lived on my own since I was 19. I've taken care of myself, and now things have just gotten so out of control with inflation and the housing market, and it's really hard, like, living in someone else's house, but I'm trying to remind myself to be grateful that I have somewhere to live and I have a roof over my head and my daughters. So it's like hard, because sometimes I feel so guilty for feeling bad and feeling anxious, because and it's also culture shock. My husband's Mexican, and so the way that they do things in the house is just so different than what I'm used to. And I just feel like I have nowhere to hide or like take care of myself when I'm having a bad day mentally. Like right now, I felt like I had nowhere to go. I couldn't just like break down crying or go to the bathroom or something, or I had to leave the entire house and go in my car and sit in a random parking lot to kind of collect myself. So it's like, it's so hard not having my safe place. I worked really hard to create an environment at home where, when I'm not doing well mentally, I have somewhere that I can retreat and take care of myself mentally, help myself, breathe, relax. And I feel like I can't. I feel like I haven't been able to relax since we moved in. I just constantly feel like on edge. I constantly feel just like I can't relax. You know, because it's not my house, it's not my home. I feel like a guest. Like, no matter how much they try to make me feel comfortable, you know, I haven't lived in someone else's house since I was 19. You know, I moved out, like, and even before I moved out, I was already basically like doing everything on my own. I was cooking my own meals, I had a job, I had my own car. Like, I was very independent from a very young age, because I had such a stressful childhood. I was trying so hard to create a safe place for me, and that was my home. And now that I don't have that, I just feel so like anxious and stressed because I don't feel like I have anywhere that's safe for me right now to go and just unwind and relax and just let it out, cry if I need to, you know, just whatever I need to take care of myself. I don't have that right now, and so it's really hard. And then also too, you know, there's certain things that they do that I just bother me, and it's not like malicious or anything. It's just, you know, there's a reason that I worked so hard to move out on my own and live on my own. So it's just hard. It's, you know, but I am at the end of the day very grateful that they took us in, and are helping us with the baby, and you know, so that we can get back on our feet, after I sold my house, because there's just no way we would have been able to afford it on our own. So it just sucks, because then, you know, I start to feel this way and I start to feel anxious or upset or irritable, and then I'm like, I get mad at myself because I'm like, oh, I shouldn't feel this way. I shouldn't feel anxious like this, because I should be grateful. You know, there's other people that are, you know, homeless and can't feed themselves, or, you know, or have like multiple families crammed in a small apartment or something, you know. So then it's like, so then I berate myself and I feel even worse because I'm like, I shouldn't feel this way. So it's like hard, because it's like I feel this way and I need to let it out, but then I don't. I shove it down because I'm like, I shouldn't feel this way, and I shame myself because I'm like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. So it's like hard because I just don't know what to do. Like, I need to let it out and just cry and just kind of like feel the emotions, and then recognize that like I am grateful, but it's okay to like feel a little, you know, upset about not having my safe place, you know, sometimes. But I don't know, it's just hard. I go back and forth every day, which adds to my anxiety. So it's just like the spiral I'm in right now, and I don't always know how to get out of it. I don't always know what to do. So right now, I just felt like my head was spinning, and I just didn't know what to do. I haven't eaten yet today, and it's almost noon, and you know, my daughter, you can hear her, she's crying right now in the back seat with me because I didn't know what to do. I was just like, I felt like I was gonna have a panic attack. My husband's at work, and I don't have any family here. All my family and best friend, they all live 2 hours from here. So I didn't have anything to do or anywhere to go. So I just was like, I just have to get out of here. And so I felt like I could breathe, you know, like, because I felt like I was like suffocating. And I felt like I was going to have like an anxiety attack and just start breaking down and crying, and I just didn't know what to do. So I just lied and said I was going to go run some errands, and just got in my car and drove somewhere random and just parked in the parking spot. So I just wanted to make this video to share with you guys, because I am having a hard time right now, and there's some days that I'm able to help it, and then some days like today is a day where I know that I just need to get through the day. So I'm just gonna do what I need to. So I'm gonna get some food right now so I can at least get something in my system to help, and then when I go back home to my in-laws' house, I'm actually just gonna take my daughter and I'm just gonna go upstairs in our room for the rest of the day until my husband gets home from work, because I just I mean, obviously I don't want to keep my daughter cooped up in a room, but she is only 6 months old, so, you know, she'll take a nap, she'll eat, we'll play, she'll crawl around, you know, it's not gonna she's not gonna notice that much. She's gonna just be more happy that we're playing and spending time together. And I have a bed, you know, I let her play on that, and you know, so when she falls, it doesn't hurt her, and you know, stuff like that. So yeah, today's definitely a day where I just need to get through the day. So I'm not gonna do anything extra. I'm not gonna try to get anything done. I'm just gonna do what I have to today, and just so that I don't make this spiral worse. So as you can hear, I'm being called. So I have to go. But talk to you guys tomorrow.